was going to be able to connect with us, and we don't want to delay it any longer than necessary. So with that, we'll begin. Again, I thank you all for being here, and we're here this morning to consider one agenda item, a resolution authorizing the ED to expend funds toward the acceleration of the unit turn and modernization process over in the young terrorist community. Mr. Clark, would you like to comment?
Yes. Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
As the chair mentioned, we're here today to discuss and hopefully approve a $5 million resolution and unrestricted NRHA funds to accelerate the repair, upgrading, modernization of vacant units, repair mechanical systems and infrastructure in Young Terrace. Just a little bit of a brief background. You may recall in our earlier meeting this month, we talked about the unit turn and modernization schedule that we were going to implement in Young Terrace. And this is running in conjunction with the redevelopment effort that's going to take the time it's going to take. We all know the redevelopment effort is ongoing. We're still in the planning stages. And quite frankly, NRHA alone does not control that timeline. However, as was discussed last month, we still need to address the unit turn and modernization schedule. Quite frankly, since that board meeting, events have caused the need to accelerate that. You've seen the media stories in the paper. Yeah, we're going to address that. But let me step back for a minute. When the board asked me to come back in December, one of the first things I said was that we were going to refocus, prioritize, whatever phrase you would like to use, maintenance in our communities and especially young, because we know we have residents that are there now. Redevelopment, that's in the future. We have an obligation to the residents who are there now. Since January, we've restructured our construction and maintenance departments. The idea is to better manage, organize, supervise, and most importantly, complete work orders. We've also hired and continue to hire maintenance individuals. We're staffing up. We've recently added 11 new properly procured contractors to help with the unit turn and modernization schedule in Young. And with the $5 million, hey, we'll go out and put out another RFP and get more contractors. That's the idea. So again, maintenance, since I got back, maintenance has been a priority. Yes, we need to kick into another gear, but this is part of what I was trying to, and we, at the direction of the board, this is what we're trying to do. We acknowledge redevelopment, but we also acknowledge the obligation to the residents who are there now. And, I'm hoping that we approve the resolution. And quite frankly, your next ED may at some point need to come and do ask for another amendment to a budget for another infusion of money. But right now, this is needed to jumpstart the work that we have planned. With that, to the board, any questions, comments?
Thank you, Mr. Clark. Commissioners, any comment or question of Mr. Clark?
There. The interim executive director made reference to the fact that there was more public, issue raised in the press and such. And optics of this resolution juxtaposed with the bantered about in the press may make it appear that that's what motivated this. The fact is, we've been aware of the problems that are inherent with infrastructure that has outlived its expected life. I mean, these are buildings that are a little older than I am, and never intended to serve this in this way this long. The challenges that the weather brought recently unmasked some fundamental problems that exist with the way that the Young Terrace and Calvert were constructed many years ago. And this is not going to get better with resolutions like this. But we have to do something about this, because the expectation is that the residents are entitled to live in safe, sanitary, functioning units. And we're going to do that. But I want to emphasize something. The redevelopment project can't happen soon enough, because the deterioration of these units is going to continue. And temporary are important, but it isn't the solution. So I'm in support of this resolution. This was brought to us by the interim executive director recently, and I would advocate for the board to approve it with the understanding that this is a stopgap measure. It ultimately has to have a much longer term, and well, I should say a near-term permanent solution.
Dr. Smith, thank you for those comments. Very timely and very appropriate. We continue to have an obligation to house our residents in as suitable an environment as we possibly can, turning these units around as quickly as we can, updating them as appropriate, despite the fact that our ongoing focus and primary objective is the redevelopment. We still have an obligation to appropriately house. And so I too am in support of this. And if we don't have any further comment, Commissioners, Ms. Carnes?
Yes, sir. May we have a motion, please, for the resolution?
So moved.
A second.
Second.
Mr. Groover,
Aye.
Mr. Miller,
Aye.
Ms. Mayo, if we could please unmute her line. Ms. Mayo, if you would please vote. Ms. Mayo? Dr. Smith?
Aye.
Chairman Fraley?
Aye.
Ms. Mayo once more?
That resolution carries. We look forward to the outcome of that and support the ED and the staff in all their efforts to try to bring this effort to upgrade these and modernize these units in as expeditious a manner as possible. Will proceed expeditiously. We thank you. And with that, unless there's any further business on anyone's agenda, we stand adjourned. Thank you.